Good morning, traders. Good morning, traders. Today we want to discuss zigzag pattern trading tips and tricks. A zigzag pattern trading tips and tricks. A few months ago, a trader has contacted me on YouTube asking me to record videos about the Elliott wave patterns. All right, so therefore today I want to start recording the first video about Elliott wave pattern, and we will be talking about the zigzag pattern trading tips and tricks. All right, so there are few events in the financial market that are quite regular, that are happening very often, and market participant can profit from them. All right. One of them is that when a financial instrument is trending up, all right, and the trend has ended and a correction has begun, generally speaking, the price will pull back to the sweet spot, okay, Fibonacci trading zone. All right, so if you do not know what is a sweet spot Fibonacci trading zone, I would like to recommend a video at Day Pro Traders YouTube channel, Day Pro Traders YouTube channel. The title of that video is Sweet Spot Fibonacci Trading Tips and Tricks. So 9 out of 10, after a bullish trend, the price will pull back to the sweet spot zone, which is the zone between the 50% and the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of the prior trend. So there was a trend and then a pullback into the sweet spot zone. All right. That pullback to the sweet spot zone very often will form the A part, A for alpha, will form the A part of the zigzag pattern. Because as the price was trending first, the dominant force is bullish. The market, in fact, is saturated by the bulls, and the market sentiment is also bullish. So as the price pulled back into the 50% zone, between the 50% and the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level, which is the sweet spot Fibonacci trading zone, very often, a lot of traders or market investors will place order here to buy the stock because they consider, okay, that the fundamentals are still sound. They consider that the sentiment is still bullish. Now, a stock that was in the zone of $90 is now maybe $45, though the fundamentals, okay, did not change or are still valid. Therefore, before the price reaches the 50% and the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level, which is the sweet spot zone, there will be order piled here, littered here to buy the stock. And because of those orders, we'll have the second part of the zigzag pattern that we call the B part of the zigzag pattern. I need to remind traders that the zigzag pattern is an ABC, okay, corrective pattern. A for alpha, B for Bravo, C for Charlie, ABC, corrective wave. It's a three-wave pattern. Like this, the flat correction is also a three-wave pattern. The zigzag pattern is a three-wave pattern. So ABC, all right. So because of the order that has been piled at the sweet spot zone, those orders we create, okay, the B part of the zigzag pattern. All right, so this is the B part of the zigzag pattern. Those orders we create them, but you need to understand what is happening here. I want you to understand it clearly so you can trade the zigzag pattern like a pro. So market was trending for some time. The financial instrument is now overbought. We are now at the end of the fifth wave. The trend is now ending. All right, no one believes anymore that the trend will continue. Everybody is cashing out, and we see the first part of the zigzag pattern. That's what we call the A part of the zigzag pattern, bringing the price into the sweet spot zone. I want you to understand it's like a story. All right, this story all financial area where traders should know it. It's happening all the time. You will see on different time frame. A professional know it. So as the B part of the zigzag pattern is formed, very often you want to know it and you want to understand it, and when it's happening, so you can take advantage of it. The B part of the zigzag pattern very often will push the price into the 50% Fibonacci retracement level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So from here down to this level here, this is the A part of the zigzag pattern. The B part of the zigzag pattern, after those orders are filled, will push the price into the 50% Fibonacci retracement level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So I'm going to color that into red. And it's happening most of the time exactly like that. It's good to know, yes or no? It's good to know. It's like a story for area weight trader. So now the B part of the zigzag pattern very often will stop, in most cases, more than 50% of the time, it will stop exactly at 50% Fibonacci retracement level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. Sometime, repeat, sometime, not always, it will go to the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So another sweet spot zone. So the price pull back first to the sweet spot zone of the trend. So the trend is the green one here. Price pull back to the sweet spot zone. Order has been filled. Price will go up now to the sweet spot zone of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So first, sweet spot zone, pull back to the sweet spot zone of the trending first. Now the B part will rally up into the sweet spot zone of the A part of the zigzag pattern between the 50% and the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So you have to understand what is happening here because you need to understand it. Very important. So market was bullish, okay, so you were buying, you were also buying, you were an investor, so you are buying and hold. So most of those market participants are investors. They have portfolios of shares of General Electric, for instance, or Boeing, for instance, and they're still holding those shares. So because most of those investors do not know anything about technical trading, or they don't know anything about area weight, they don't know that the correction is about to do. So prior pullback like this, so they see, okay, their paper profit, so to speak, because they are holding share, their paper profit being wiped out. If they were a real trader, they will lose real money, but because they are holding paper shares, they lose part of their paper profit is being wiped out because they did not know that there will be a correction like the A part of the zigzag. So those traders, as the price pull back to the sweet spot zone, they say, oh, this stock that was $90 is now $55, and they get upset a bit, and they are thinking, what should I do? So some of them will still hold it, expecting it to go up a bit more. So as the B part of the zigzag pattern is being formed, those traders those investors are happy that it's now going up. But for one reason or another, because they are not technical traders, majority of them, the price start going as the price. So now here they see their profit wiped out. Now they start going up. What will happen? Some of them will decide to cash out. All right, so they would start. So they say, "Oh yes, I'm now in profit. I better come out before it start going down." As this is going on, a lot of technical traders know the sweet spot zone of the A part of the zigzag pattern, and they also join them, and they're all selling. So first, investors that were not happy when the price pulled back here. Now, as the price is going down, some of those investors want to cash out before it starts going down again. And now technical traders also want to sell in the sweet spot zone, creating the C part or the zigzag pattern. The next thing that you need to understand about this story, about the zigzag pattern that is happening all the time, all right, is that the C part of the zigzag pattern very often, not always, there's nothing like 1 + 1 = 2. If you are a mathematician, this is no maths, all right? So I need to mention this because I know that there are traders out there, okay, is the way their mind function. I need to highlight that. Let's see how long I've been talking to you now. So 9 minutes, so we are within our time. We don't want it to be too long. That's what trader wants. So the C for Charlie, C for Charlie of the zigzag pattern very often will bring the price into the 138.2% Fibonacci extension level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So this is the A part of the zigzag pattern. We will use the Fibonacci extension, and we want to highlight two levels. All right, two levels. The first level is the 138.2% Fibonacci. The 138.2% Fibonacci extension level, which is the line here. Very often, the C part of the zigzag pattern will stop exactly at 138.2%. Here it is. You see the 138.2%. Let me remove one of my Fibonacci line here. Correct. So here, oops, that's no matter. So the price level is 38 here, but what I want you to see is the Fibonacci extension level. So if I move my line a bit, you see 138.2%. Can you see where my cursor is? I'm moving it here. Attention, please, traders. Don't sleep. Okay, 138.2%. That's the dotted red line. I'm moving my red line onto it. So very often the C part of the zigzag pattern will stop exactly at 138.2% Fibonacci extension level of what? Of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So we apply the Fibonacci extension to what? To the A part of the zigzag pattern. So the A part of the zigzag pattern is formed, the B part of the zigzag pattern is formed. Now the C part is underway. If it breaks below the low of the A part of the zigzag pattern, we will be watching which level? The 138.2% Fibonacci extension level. So if you were selling here or below this low here, you are watching the 138.2% Fibonacci extension level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. The next level that you must watch is the 161.8% Fibonacci extension level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So those two levels, you want to watch it. In fact, they are creating also a zone. There is a zone between the 138.2% and 61.8% level. Those are the zone where the C part of the zigzag pattern will end, either at 138.2% level exactly, or at 161.8% Fibonacci extension level. Sometimes we may see what we call irregular zigzag pattern that can extend all the way to the 200% Fibonacci extension level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. This is a true story that is happening all the time. As an Elliott wave trader, as a swing trader, as a position trader, as an investor, you want to know what the price is doing more than 70% of the time. So if I ask you, all right, to tell me the story that I just told you now, so can you do it? Okay, I'll tell you one more time. The story goes like this, okay? A financial instrument, okay, you can tell your children, goes out from A to B. If the trend has ended, that financial instrument can come down to the sweet spot zone, which is the zone between the 50% and the 61.8% Fibonacci extension level. That pullback is usually the A part of the zigzag pattern. Because there are orders placed in the sweet spot zone, the price will rally up again into the sweet spot zone of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So between the 50% and the 61.8% of the A part of the zigzag pattern. That's where the B part of the zigzag pattern will end. Good. Then there will be the C part of the zigzag pattern that will push the price down to the 138.2% or 161.8% Fibonacci extension level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. Sometime, not very often, the C part can continue beyond, okay, the 138.2 and 161.8% zone all the way to the 200% Fibonacci extension level. At that point in time, so there are orders being placed. So remember, as the price going down, it reaches the zone between the 138.2% and the 161.8% Fibonacci extension level. There will be again order being piled, littered in that zone again to buy it, because people are expecting the end of the C part of the zigzag pattern. This is about a zigzag pattern trading tips and tricks, and I want to show you on this chart whether this story has been played with General Electric. So I'm going to remove all my drawing, all right? So bear with me. I'm going to do it now. And we want to see whether this story that I'm telling you now, which you must know as an Elliott web trader, and you will, okay, work on it, okay, and master it. So there was a trend. This is the story now. So the trend all the way here. Now the trend has ended here. So there was a trend, right? And the trend has ended here. All right. So now let's apply Fibonacci extension to this trend. Boom, 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 boom. Up. Let's adjust everything nicely. Here it is. Where is the sweet spot zone? Let me highlight it for you. Can you see on my chart the 50% Fibonacci retracement level and the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement? Those are the two horizontal lines. Can you see that the price? So we say that the A part of the zigzag pattern will push the price into that zone. Did he do that? 50%, 61.8%. Oh, so when we see like this, we know that probably they're going to play this story again, and we want to take advantage of it. But remember, this is not an exact science, and it's not always like this. So as always, use a top-down trading method, a multiple time frame trading method, without violating what? The trading triangle, the market first, the sector, before the individual financial, okay, instrument, okay. The fundamentals, the economy news, and the market leaders can change the dynamics of technical trading. Now, because this video is about zigzag pattern trading tips and tricks, I don't want to go expand and talk more about trading triangle and so on and so on. So here it is verified. We are now in the sweet spot zone. Good. Let me remove my Fibonacci. So we know that with the story that I already told you, that the B part of the zigzag pattern can also bring the price into the sweet spot zone of the A part of the zigzag pattern. Yes or no? Have I said that? Okay, now let's use Fibonacci retracement to the A part of the zigzag pattern, and we're going to highlight the sweet spot zone of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So we are looking for yes, that's correct. A 50% Fibonacci retracement of the A part of the zigzag. Okay, let me remove my previous line so you can see on the chart. So the line that I have on the chart is a 50% Fibonacci retracement level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. Is that correct? If I'm wrong, put in the comment section, all right? That's the 50%, yes or no? And the 61.8%. Fibonacci retracement level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So the sweet spot zone is the zone between the two lines. Now look how the price came and touched only the 50%, couldn't even go into the zone. So there is a barrage, so to speak, all right, a barrage of orders to sell here. And the price found a resistance. So anytime you want to sell for many months like this, what will you do? Talking about the trading triangle, you check the fundamentals regarding this stock. You will also, all right, do what? You check the fundamental. The market environment, is the market environment bearish? It was bearish between 2007 and 2008. Is the market environment supporting this bearish trade? Yes. Well, all right, sell it then. Use a top-down trading method to sell it. So we see that the B part of the zigzag pattern also brought it into the 50% 61.8% Fibonacci retracement zone of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So our story about the zigzag pattern is adding up, yes or no? So now I'm going to remove my lines, and I'm going to use, so we know now, so the story is fulfilled up to this point. The C part of the zigzag pattern very often will bring the price into which zone? The 138.2% and the 161.8% Fibonacci extension of the A part of the zigzag pattern. In some cases, it can go down all the way to 200% Fibonacci extension level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. Now you know the story, and let's see whether the last part of the story is verified or not. We're going to use now what? Fibonacci extensions. Here it is. Where is the 138.2% extension? That's the red line. Can you see here? No cheating, please, my friend. 138.2%. That's the line here. Boom. That's where it stopped. And where is the 161.8%? Boom, right it is. And did the C part of the zigzag pattern stop in the zone of 138.2% and 161.8% Fibonacci extension level of the A part of the zigzag pattern? Yes. So this is the story. So orders have been piled here to buy, order has been piled here to sell, order has been piled here to buy. Isn't it good to know, okay, the area wave pattern? Isn't it good to know the zigzag pattern trading strategy, the story behind the zigzag pattern? And it's happening, my friend, on many charts. All right, it's happening most of the time, and that story, you can take advantage of it, okay? But in all cases, it's just a trading setup, okay? An investment opportunity. We will use a top-down trading method as a technical trader to trade it without violating, okay, the market pattern. There was a trend, okay, a pullback to the 50% Fibonacci retracement zone, into the sweet spot zone, okay, of the trend itself, and then a rally into the, okay, the sweet spot zone of the A part of the zigzag pattern, and then another drop down to the 138.2% and the 161.8% Fibonacci extension level of the A part of the zigzag pattern. So now our zigzag pattern is completed here. Will you be happy to buy here? Yes, I will be, because I know the story, and the story is now in place. Our expectation is fulfilled. We have an edge, and we take advantage of it. Another thing that we can do is to check the internal waves of the zigzag pattern. So the internal wave, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 3, 5. Those are the internal waves of the zigzag pattern. All right, it makes sense? It is also powerful. So you may see this even on the hourly time frame, even on the 30-minute time frame. You will play it exactly like that. And you can combine the zigzag pattern with the stochastic, with the RSI, with the CCI, and make excellent decisions. All right, but like I've said it today, it's very exciting, this story. All right, but if you are new to this story for the first time, now you have the knowledge, but you haven't got yet the skills. So how do you get a skill? By practicing. Use a demo account, practice, practice, practice. You may face some challenges, you may see some other variation, and you may be wondering, oh, this thing doesn't work. Oh, this thing doesn't always work. It does not always work, but it will work at least 50% of the time, and we can work with that. As always, as a technical trader, we want to use, okay, a multiple time frame trading method to trade it. All right, this is about the zigzag pattern. All right, if you have any question or comment, put in the comment section. And in due course, I will be recording another video to answer your specific question. Happy trading to you all, and speak to you soon. We are the TSTWSYS008 traders, talking about the zigzag pattern trading tips and tricks. Speak to you soon.